What's up, and welcome to Nighttime at the Nerd Bar, episode 64. I was already like, blah.
It's not just big Monday energy, it's big daylight savings time energy.
Because
that was yesterday, and we haven't recovered.
No, I mean, I love that it's so light out, kind of a thing later. But my goodness, yeah, I'm like, blah, blah.
That's a lot of. Hang on, what day is it? What time? What's that time already? Where did the day go?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
Well, we are here talking to you all out there. If you're live, join us in the live chat. If you're watching later, comment down below. Let's get into some quick introductions. Hello, I am Carrie Lane.
And I'm Katie Cullen.
And we are going to be doing some unboxings. We have some Overwatch news, as well as some other anime news. And we're going to be talking about Trigun, My Hero Academia, and more. So stick around for all of that.
Yes.
But first, some of the things we're excited about.
Also, if you're in the live chat, say hi. We love you. If you're watching this later, leave comments. We love you too.
Exactly.
We love all of you.
Oh, please.
All of
we love the interaction.
All of you. Yes.
Yes. But the big excitement thing yesterday was the Oscars. So some big exciting wins there.
Brendan Fraser's first Oscar. Gotta say.
Only his first. Wow. Yeah. There's a lot of people that it's one of those, wait, they've either never won or it's their first. And you're like, wait, what? Yeah.
Like, wait a minute. Yeah. And everywhere. Wow.
Everything
everywhere all at once.
Yes.
Taking 8 awards, including Best Supporting Actress, Best Supporting Actor, Best Actress, which is only the second time a woman of color has taken it. And the first time was Halle Berry 20 years ago, you guys. It's been 2 decades.
Yep.
And Best Picture. So, heck of an award sweep. It is also officially now the most awarded movie ever. It had 158 nominations total, which beat out Return of the King's 111.
Nice.
And keep in mind that Return of the King was the third in a franchise of extremely well-loved genre-defining novels adaptations, and Everything Everywhere All at Once was a standalone movie made by people of color. This is not the sort of thing that happens in old white man Hollywood.
The other thing too is
incredible.
It's bonkers weird, and I love a friend of mine. They posted how go make more weird stuff out there. You know, don't think, hey, nobody's gonna like this or nobody's gonna get it. No, people will get it, and it's just really awesome. So I'm looking over at the chat real quick. We got Giga Derek. I'm here. I'm alive. Yes.
Beats the alternative.
Yes. Rab says hello, Monday crowd.
Hello.
Yes. And then also quick plug of if you've checked out the film, go check out our Comic-Con interviews from the Comic-Con special edition here on the Fanversation channel, because we talked to a couple of people from Everything Everywhere All at Once. They did some of the amazing stunt work in the film, and they have a very memorable scene. And when you go see who they are, you're like, yes, I remember that. They're also a really awesome crew of people, and we did speak to them at this past Comic-Con as well. We did a catch-up. So go check those out here on the Fanversation channel.
Yes. You think we'll link those down there? Throw them down there?
Yes, that's a good point. I'll put a link for those after this. Yes.
Yeah.
Also, another shout out of Natu Natu won for Best Original Song, and it's the first time a song from India has won the Oscar. Because some people are like, well, what about I was like, oh my gosh, that Slumdog Millionaire. It's like, well, that one doesn't really count because it's not from India, and no, not that. So that was a big win. So that's very exciting. Though I will say, it's the live is not the same as from the movie performance. We'll just say that.
That's
and
fair.
Then also, there's been some rumblings that they didn't have any South Asian dancers as the backup dancers, which there's kind of like, maybe you should have done that,
guys.
Just saying. But that's very exciting for that win, and just a recognition that other people who. It's just a general idea of go check out movies that are one, not from your country, not from your favorite genre, and just be exposed to more, because there's so much more out there that you'll probably enjoy. Yes.
Yeah, there's the genres transcend culture, transcend language. Are you a horror fan? You like American horror movies? Amazing. Try Japanese horror movies. Try Indian horror movies. Try Irish horror movies. Try something outside of your
Speaking
normal...
of Irish horror movies, I was going to say real quick, stay tuned out here on the channel too. I talked about it before, so I'll be releasing it soon. We interviewed the director for the new film Unwelcome. So stay tuned for that.
That was on my mind. But yes, if you like a genre, check out how different cultures execute that genre you like. Look at how the conventions are different. Look at how the conventions are shaped by the culture that you like or that you were raised in, and by these other cultures that you may not be as familiar with. Like, it is eye-opening, and it is a lot of fun to see what people from cultures that you may not be familiar with find to be frightening or exciting or romantic. Like, it's a good time. It's a really good time.
Yeah. Leave us some comments of your thoughts on the Oscars. What were some of your favorite moments? Oh my gosh, when people win and they're so excited, just like, I'm gonna cry with you, and I'm so excited for you.
Look, Mom, I have an Oscar. Like, nope, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
Who cut the onions? Which I'm gonna hold those tears because that's some of the shows we're talking about later. My goodness. But yeah, let's move on to some other news too. But yeah, shout out to the Oscars. Congrats to all the winners and all the everybody nominated. Even those who didn't get nominated doesn't mean it's not a good movie. So
yeah.
Yes. There we go. Some quick anime news for Dr. Stone fans. There's going to be more very, very soon. So Dr. Stone New World is going to premiere on Crunchyroll April 6th. So very, very soon. How are we almost at April? Why, my goodness, what?
What happened?
Yes.
We're not almost at April yet. We're not even at the Ides of March. Caesar is still alive. After we kill Caesar, then we can talk about going into April.
So April 6th at 7:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then it will have new simulcast episodes every Thursday from Japan. So that's very exciting for all the Dr. Stone fans. I'm a little bit behind, but I really do want to catch up because it's a show that like I was behind on it, but really liked it.
Yeah, it is a wild one.
There we go. And Gig Derek says my single afterthought is, "Hey Auntie, we love you." Yes. Also we got Charles says Glad Quiet on the Western Front did so well. Another foreign film nomination, so that's awesome. But yes, Dr. Stone, stay tuned for that. And that's it for there, which we have other things. It's been a minute, but where is it? My banner. There we go.
Give it to me. Yes. Everyone here like, but Katie, that's not till the 23rd. You got 10 days. Tendies has been playing, you guys. So, yes, Overwatch League is back on the 23rd, and I'm trying very hard not to lose my entire mind over it. The jersey designs have been released. The Philadelphia Fusion have been renamed. They're permanently in Asia now, and you know what? Good for them. And we're heading into it. And the first thing we're doing is the Pro-Am qualifiers. Now, we talked about this a little bit earlier, but part of the Overwatch League season this year is going to include contender teams playing their way into the season and playing their way against the pros. So the Pro-Am qualifiers for EMEA and NA regions have come and gone. They were played, I believe, last weekend, and the VODs just went up on the Contenders YouTube channel. So it looks like our qualified teams are from the EMEA region. Twisted Minds came in first, Team Peps came in second, Ex Oblivione in third, and SR Peak Check in fourth. And if you haven't watched that match between Ex Oblivione and SR Peak Check, my God, you guys, they went nuts. It's the unstoppable force versus the immovable object, because EXO is a very, very consistent team, and SR Peak Check has crazy high highs and crazy low lows. So watching those clash was incredible. And from the NA region, we have Saints coming in first, Trick Room right after them, Redbird Esports, not a surprise to see them qualify, and Timeless rounding out the bracket. So that's going to be fun and interesting. This is the first year that we have contenders teams playing in the big leagues in any capacity. It's not unheard of for contenders players to be pulled up mid-season if a team has lost a player, is trying to recruit, needs to shore up their ranks, or pulls a Paris, drops everyone, and grabs an entire contenders team mid-season, which Paris is not Paris anymore. They're in Vegas now. It's the Vegas Eternal, but they've kept the rooster. It's kind of weird branding. Yeah, we've had some team names and team rebrands over the off season, but Pro-Am plans, Pro-Am qualifiers have happened. The season proper starts on the 23rd, so that is next week, next Thursday, and I'm beyond excited. Let's go.
Yeah. That's very interesting. Like, scrap the team, new thing, boom.
It happens in the off season more often than you think. London Spitfire has done that, I want to say, more than once. And it's not unheard of for a team who was having a rough time to scrap the lineup and try something new mid-season. Or if you're the Vancouver Titans, you completely heck up your contracts, drop an amazing team, and pull up a group of contenders who've never played together before. I can't blame Vancouver Titans fans for no longer being Vancouver Titans fans in the same way that I'm no longer an LA Valiant fan. Sometimes the org just does things, and you can't support the org anymore. You can support the players plenty. Absolutely support the players. They're doing their best. And like I'd talked about with, I believe it was Paris last season, pulling up Luke Mino and Rack Attack, you're coming into a team that's really not having a good time, and maybe your season doesn't look great, but it is a foot in the door for the big leagues. And that is not an easy thing to do. So if you can get in the door, even if it is on Boston or Paris, now Vegas, or another team who's having a really rough season, that next season you can still turn it around and say, here are my stats. My stats were still amazing on this team that I only played for 3 months. And here were my contenders stats. Look how amazing those are too. That's all in the span of 12 calendar months. Hire me. So yeah, it will be very interesting to see all these lineups, to see how these completely redone teams go up against each other. Like, I'm going to go on a little tangent here. It's still within Overwatch League. It still counts. The Gladiators lineup this year looks completely bonkers because they've picked up Dante from the Outlaws, and then they picked up Kai from Atlanta. Atlanta's got to be nuts to let Kai go. He was their star player last year, and the 2 years before that, he was on the LA Valiant under the name, I believe, KSP. We had KSP and we had KSF, and the casters couldn't keep him straight either. It was hysterical. So he's back in Los Angeles. He's just on the other team now. So the Gladiators lineup, if they have any measure of team cohesion, they're going to be absolutely stacked this year. It's going to be wild. I'm very excited.
All right. Looking at the chat, we got another person joining. We got John Knight earlier said, hi, ladies. Hello. Where'd he go? Also, I was going to say, one other thing I was excited about, I am really excited about that Little Mermaid trailer. My goodness, it looks gorgeous.
Yes.
So excited. Like, it's like, what kid doesn't love mermaids? And then kid who's an adult, I'm like, yes. Yes,
I was going to say, while we're into cinematic things we're excited about, Dungeons & Dragons Honor Amongst Thieves.
Yes.
Wow, I can't talk tonight. Dungeons & Dragons Honor Amongst Thieves drops on the 31st. Tickets are now available. I'm so excited for this movie. It looks like it's not just like, oh, here's like a fantasy vibe and we're going to staple a known brand name on it. It looks like how a party that may not be completely together plays a D&D campaign. The most recent trailer showing a sequence where they try to use the Speak with Dead spell and just amazing. Because that's the rules of the spell. Yeah, this is a DM who's playing a little fast and loose as to what the questions are. Oh my God, fantastic. So
yes.
This movie, just from what we've seen from the trailers, looks like it captures the crazy epic action that you can get in D&D, and also the absolute hilarity of pants on head stupid above table conversations and what happens when you roll a 3. So I'm here for it. I'm here for it. It looks like a lot of fun.
Yes, it does. I'm excited for that one as well. Though I'm like, why is it still not out yet? Because I feel like they promoted it like so long ago, but hey, it happens.
It's a very D&D convention. You have a game scheduled and someone drops out, so you have to move it.
Yeah, there we go.
It's perfect. It's perfect. We had to reschedule the session, guys.
Yes. Well, some other exciting things. We have not one, but we have two unboxings. I'm like, carefully my box. I have my dog in my lap too, so
we're gonna double feature it.
Yay! All right,
you first.
All right, so we got Japan crates.
Yes.
Which, thank you very much, Japan Crate, for the box. This is for Marge.
I see a Godzilla on that box.
Yes, they posted about that. So go check out their social media so you can see a picture of them going to like a Godzilla statue in Japan.
Yes.
So there we go. Look at all the yummy goodies. Yes.
That's so beautiful.
I was like, oh, Miss so happy. All right, so let's grab the handy dandy. So this crate's called the Lost in Japan.
Okay.
Which actually, wait, hold on. Yeah, they had some other stuff because they shipped it a box within a box this time. So I was like, I can show the back. It doesn't have an address, but they have this fun moment. Get ready to wander your way through the centuries-old streets, futuristic skyscrapers, and even past giant robot battles to discover everything Japan's famous for.
Nice. This sounds like almost a greatest hits sort of box. Which is exciting.
What? I'm getting that vibe when I first saw some things in there. So this is the flyer that comes with every box. Breaks down all the exciting items you have in there. And so let's see some highlights. Well, this one, I feel like they had something similar a long time ago for an October one. And I'm like, yes, give me all the horror, spooky stuff. So this is Scary Story Chewing Gum. Oh, I get it. Sorry, I'm like, wait, I just saw this because I just opened it. So it tells you to start, and then you're going down a path.
Because
it says that one.
Fun. Yeah, because usually it just gives you the list, but this is a guided tour.
It is. So the trail ends, and you are far from home. You visit the famous Aoyama Cemetery. The cherry blossoms aren't the only thing to catch your eye. What's behind the tree? You leave ASAP. Again, copywriter, man, applaud. These are so good. And let's see. So they did not do a full Kit Kat thing, it looks like this time, but there is a fun little individual one. So I'm like, ooh, intriguing. What's this one?
I wonder if that was to allow more room for
Ooh, cheddar ones. These, I've seen these before, but like this kind of a cheddar crunchy, but different packaging. We have Gundam Ariel Rich Cheddar Cheese Snack. You arrive at the world's largest unicorn Gundam statue. Turns out they're training in case another giant lizard attacks the city. You reward your bravery with this final snack.
Nice.
Yes. And I do think you're right. Some of these do seem like famous hits because we've had the koalas before, which are always a favorite.
Koalas are just a staple of snacks.
Wait, what's the gotcha? We got a gotcha. Okay, wait.
Oh.
I was like, wait, what is it?
Let's
see if I
go.
and not be a weirdo and try to. Oh, there's a tape. I'm like, come on.
Okay. And you have the deluxe crate, right? Or the superior crate. You've got the shiny one.
This is the premium crate.
That's right.
Come on.
It makes me wonder how the path changes between the smaller crates and the bigger ones.
It's this is funny. It's like little squid in a tray.
I love it.
I was like, what? This is okay. So they could all be little fishy things in trays.
Oh my God.
That is so funny. I
love it.
It says,
Pocket Cthulhu.
After a long adventure, it's time to receive your treasure. Samurai takes you to visit his favorite gachapon machine where you collect a special souvenir, 1,000 surprise capsule toys. This is a reminder of your time. They look so realistic too. That is so funny.
Love it.
Oh, that's so hysterical. So unique and different. I'm like, okay.
What'd you get in your gachapon? Squid. Calamari.
We got Dido milkshake.
Ooh.
You and Drew are drained, but the samurai is a perfect pick-me-up. You are sipping this milkshake when you see a couple of giant robots fighting in the distance. Wait, I was like, wait.
That sounds amazing. Both the milkshake and the giant robots.
All right. So other yummy, salty, sweet, and different kind of snacks featured here. So yep, go check out Japan Crate for more information and get your very own crate and discover Japan.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that is a fantastic crate. Holy cow.
I was like, yes, this is so fun. And then also a neat thing they do is they feature, you can send in your photos and you might get featured, as well as Sugoi Mart if you want items more a la carte. Yes. Yes. All right. I will strategically put this in the background. Yes,
Shifting
Katie.
gears
and then
a
you
touch.
do. Yes.
I'm going to wait for a hot minute.
There we go. Wait for that transition.
Conflicting branding,
And there we go.
Taking a slightly different bent, we have this month's Boxu, which is also Sakura flavored. So this is me losing my entire mind that we got two Sakura Boxu.
One.
Yes! You have two Sakura Boxu in a row. I'm going to have a just metric ton of Sakura snacks is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to be very happy. For those of you who were not around for last month was also a Sakura Boxu. And oh my God, you guys, I love Sakura flavored stuff. So starting, of course, we have, let me see, pop this up a little bit.
Pretty.
Look at how nicely. Look at how nicely that's all laid out. You open it up, you remove the lovely little postcard and the booklet, and you just have this fantastic little layout of snacks. Now, I have talked before about how I really love essentially tea boxes because I do like candy, I do like sweet stuff, but I really prefer the more pastry side of things. And Boxu has been giving me pastry, mochi, it's been doing little chips. It's been so good. Of course, we have our booklet, which tells you where everything came from. And what I love about Boxu, and this is one of the only things that I've ever seen do this, if you can see this in the booklet, it gives you a map and it tells you specifically where each snack came from in Japan. Like they do source these locally and go to local makers. And then, of course, they go through and they tell you what the different snacks are, what the allergens in them are, just to be safe. So we have our fantastic postcard, as always. And we have little Sakura shortbread. The little Sakura shortbread cookies. We have, I believe this is this month's tea. We just have, oh my God, yes. You guys, Sakura waffle cookies. I don't know if you've ever had waffle cookies from Japan. They are so fluffy. They are so light. It's this very refreshing little snack. And of course, these have Sakura in them, which I am very excited before. Yes. And this, of course, we have Sakura Anpan. And for those of you who've never had Anpan, it's filled. It's little filled bread, and it's usually filled with red or white bean. Sometimes you can find them with other fillings. And this one is Sakura flavored. Like almost everything in here is Sakura flavored. We have milk candy. If you enjoy the little teeny candies, it's easier to see them from the side because otherwise it's the label. But we've got milk candies. We have a slice of Castella cake. If you've had Castella cake, it's also very fluffy. And again, almost everything in here, it's either Sakura or it's ume flavored, the sour plum. So everything in here. And just, you got to see these. Look at the little baby Sakura crackers.
Oh, cute.
They're just heckin' adorable. And again, I love boxes like this. And somewhere hiding back here, there we go. You get mochi every single time around. And this is one bite Sakura mochi. I have not had Sakura mochi from Japan since the last time I went to Japan, like 8 years ago. So this is good. I am going to lose my entire mind over this once we're done recording, because that is a little piece of nostalgia I was not expecting to get back. And then I opened this box today. Nice. So thank you so much, Boxu. I am beyond excited for my second Sakura box with you guys. This looks amazing. And I cannot wait.
All right.
Yes. Let me see if I can pack this back up. It's always the hard part is
how do you
the puzzles.
Yes.
It's just like, let me just which is why I never take like everything out, because I'm really bad at reverse engineering it afterwards. So it's like, we're going to
Yes.
do it at an angle. And look at how cute this box is.
They just with your light, it's very bright.
It's very
But it's
bright, but
pretty.
it's a very, you can still see like the writing
Yes.
on it and the design.
Very
It's pink and white.
soft.
It's so cute.
Yes.
They've been doing heckin' cute boxes. And I love a good reusable box.
True. They're great for shipping things.
Oh my God, yes.
And storage.
Absolutely.
All right. Moving on, our other big thing that you all are probably here for.
Yes.
Oh, the other thing we're excited about. My goodness, we're nearing the end.
Once again, before we get the ball rolling here, for those who are here the first time, hello, we love you. When we talk about Trigun Stampede, specifically this episode, we will have the lower third for Trigun Stampede up. We will not be talking about the manga because neither of us have read the manga within the past decade or so we don't really remember enough to be able to discuss it. If at any point we want to compare things with the Trigun 1998 anime, we will switch over to this lower third. So for those who have not seen the 1998 anime and would like to start watching it, either when this season is done or they just haven't had a chance to yet, or if you want to stay spoiler free for it, keep an eye on the lower thirds. We will also announce when we're switching over, and then you can just mute the broadcast until we switch topics again, at which point the lower third will switch again. We want you guys to remain spoiler free. You're wonderful. We love you. Yes.
Yeah.
Never know how to end those, but I feel like we love you is solid, especially since
always. It's true. Okay, well, the thing we got to start off with is R.I.P. Roberto.
Good night, sweet prince.
I was like, no.
Oh, man.
But you know what? In a weird way, because we know, okay, this is a comparison, but not. This feels like it's Meryl, like at the beginning of her journey, even though the other one, like she meets him at a different point in time and everything like that. But this kind of feels like a prequel for her.
Yeah.
Of like her training. And I'm like, I kind of love it, even though it's super sad he died. But
I'd been talking with
Where's my Fizz saying hello. Yes.
Hey Fizz. I'd been talking with a friend and she said the same thing, that like this feels very much like a prequel series, especially with the way that the pacing has been going. And she made a point that her first point was, this is the first Trigun adaptation that has made me sit here and go, I care about knives. He has a point. Like, we haven't seen enough of humanity as a whole. Like, we see humanity when they're getting messed up. We're seeing humanity when they're getting fucked over. We're seeing humanity when, like, we're seeing humanity at all their lowest points here, for the most part. We haven't seen enough of humanity at large here to really gauge, like, is Vash right? Is Knives right? Why does Vash care so much if that's the case? We have the implications, him holding the picture of the baby. Just we have these implications, but because the pacing is so breakneck, we really haven't seen a lot of humanity outside of the ships or outside of that one specific town that got just wrecked. So, like, it is kind of hard to gauge. Like, I don't think this show was trying to go for a Killmonger is right vibe, but they've certainly done it. So now the question is, because, for those who are like, what the hell? Who? Killmonger? The Black Panther movie that came out in, I don't remember how long ago Black Panther came out. It's been a few years. The villain's name was Killmonger. And on the one hand, it's like, your methods are a giant issue, but the points you have to say about all sorts of things. Thank you, 2018. But your points about justice and inequality and the responsibility of people to act, like, he was right. So I don't know if Trigun Stampede is going for the villain is objectively correct here, because we still don't have enough context and we still don't know enough about plans to know, but, like, they're not really doing a lot to disprove him. Yikes.
I don't know. Then it goes into the, like, cool motive, still murder.
Oh, absolutely. I again, in terms of Killmonger was right. Like, his methods were fucked. No one's going to sit here and go, yes, methodically, he was great. Like, no. His ideas, like, he was definitely correct in the points that he was making. The way he went about them was not okay. So, again, looking at Knives, like, is Killmonger right in this scenario?
Right.
The show has not given us enough. We're on episode 10, and the show has not given us enough context to go, should we save humanity? Like, for real, though. Like, should we?
Well, then we are like the Ozzy the Beast.
Zazie.
Close. Zazie the Beast of, like, is it worth it? That's true. Giga Derek made a good comment. All killer, no filler adaptation of Trigun. That's fair. Of, like, it's like bam, 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 you know.
Yeah, but sometimes the filler really does help with character and world building.
That's true. Fillers can do that. Some don't, but some do.
Yeah.
Also, for throwback comment there, Gig Derek also said for Roberto, he can smoke wherever he wants in the afterlife. It's like, oh,
yeah.
Then this is interesting. I'm like, ugh. Charles, yeah, Knives using Dr. William Conrad guilt to get him to have all those experiments making the gung-ho guns.
Yeah, what did Conrad do?
I don't
like the heavy implication that he did something that was unforgivable, and there's that picture of him with, and I'm just sitting here
young
going,
Knives. Yeah,
I think so, and I did he fuck a plant? Like, did he fuck a plant? I don't know. And we've had comments about how extremely rare it is for plants to give birth. And Bash and Knives look really different from every other plant we've ever seen. And, like, did he fuck a plant, though? Is that what happened?
Well, then we met that other little girl plant and thing.
Hybrid
plant. Yeah, the hybrid that I'm like, well, she kind of looks like them too.
Well,
is he involved with that?
She's been the murder vampire child that we've been wondering.
Oh yeah, no, but I meant like in terms of back to your comment, did the doctor do something if he's connected that child? Yes.
I don't know, man. It's really weird and upsetting, but also like, this is Naito we're talking about, so it's possible.
Yeah, it is a
everything is possible when your bar for super befucking is on the floor.
Giga Derek says, did he experiment on Knives before coming in contact with Bash?
It's entirely possible. He might have.
And it's very vague, and we just know there's something bad, and
it says something about my brain that was my question. Like, it definitely says something about me that I'm looking at this going, is that what happened? Is that am I adding 2 and 2 and getting pi here? Like, also, happy Pi Day. Wait, no, it's the 13th.
Tomorrow.
I'm losing my mind. I think I got wished a happy Pi. I think I got wished a happy Pi Day from someone in Australia, and it threw me. Happy Pi Day, Australia. We love you.
A day. And I'm like, wait a minute, it's not today. I'm like, oh yeah, they're in a country where it's already tomorrow.
Yeah.
What was the other thing with the doctor of that was like something else. Little vampire girl needs to die though.
Done with her. Done with her. She was not raised right.
No.
I don't think you can be raised right, and I don't. Here's wisdom for the ages. I don't think you can be raised right in a cult.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was gonna say 2 things on that one. Is one, in a small sliver, the doctor has a point of wanting to modify human beings' DNA, physiology, and everything to survive in our landscape. All right, that tracks. Makes sense. How you're doing it? No. And the other thing is, if he's making these things, and such as an example, this vampire little lady, what's the point of saving humanity when the things you make hate humanity?
I think that's also, I think she might be the only one of the test tube babies that has been awakened and has had the opportunity to be up and about. So I don't know that everyone in the test tubes is going to hate humanity. But again, I don't think you can be raised right in a cult. And I do think there was...
Elendira, the Crimson Nail. Yes, her
Yeah.
fighting thing is disturbing too. My goodness.
Yeah.
But
Like,
I loved.
I really do think that that's Knives talking to her with the whole
Oh yeah,
humanity's evil, humanity's
I feel
manipulating us.
definitely
Like,
manipulated.
she is a child parroting what she's heard the adults say.
So apparently, this is the first anime appearance of that character. So
Yep. Same with
in
Livio.
that comparison, yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love though how Wolfwood fought her back and like was shooting the bullets, and she's just like not having it.
Yeah.
And like, yeet.
She's extremely powerful, but she's very much a child.
Oh my gosh, yes. Her and
And
Wolfwood
also-
betraying everybody. Yes, Charles, agreed.
And also, we don't know how old Wolfwood actually is. You guys, it's still kind of messed up. So,
actually, speaking of knowing something about Wolfwood, we get our moment too, where Vash is like, "Yeah, I know," and Wolfwood's like, "You know, yeah, it's fine." Yeah. And we also get to see the scars because I do remember that's a bit. I mean, that's a big part also in the previous, not really comparison, but fun like
buck wild sci-fi scars.
Yes,
and just I think we need to wind it back for a minute. For one, I do appreciate Zazie so much. Like, they're so completely buck wild and weird, but they're also, they've got a point, and they're not human. They're this avatar of the other biggest life form on this planet. So I really do love their like lackadaisical attitude towards, well, which one's going to be better? I mean, I've talked to the plants. What can you tell me about humans? Just, I appreciate Zazie, and also I don't think we can bypass the scene with the security force and that guy just breaking down over, my parents were in that town that went down, it's your fault, and having an itchy trigger finger. Just, Trigun is very much about these moments sometimes.
Well, and then just how Vash is like, it's all right, have at it,
Yep. Like, no, I get it. It's like, dude, I know the kicked puppy thing is part of you, but like, stop. Just,
their attempt to sneak in and then achoo.
Yeah.
Then we get the humor there too. Yes, that was fun. It's one of those of, are we thinking, I feel 12 is probably going to be where we're going to be, because
possibly 13
on that, maybe a 13, because we end on such a cliffhanger now.
We dropped Vash into a pit.
Right.
And I was like, I'm going to remake it to be more like me. Like, all right, buddy.
Ego much? Right. So the question is, are things going to be resolved in 1 or 1.5 episodes? That's why I thought we'd be like a 12, like 11 would be the next thing. And then maybe a half episode, and then it'd be the wrap up. So I'm like,
I wouldn't be surprised if we go to 13.
13? 13 would be nice, because it does feel like, wait, we're done almost? What?
Yeah. Good old prequelitis. And we'll see if we get another season. Who knows, man?
Yeah, we're gonna have our big rematch. That's true. I feel we're gonna have that fight. Did you have anything else on this before we do a little bit of comparison?
No.
I didn't have too much on comparison, because this is not really in the manga before, or the show, but
this is really where we start looking at, this feels more like a prequel to the Trigun that we've known before.
Yeah.
And we've freed up that 4th slot on the team. Hashtag where's Billy,
Yeah.
But
it's nice to have the bullet
Roberto
points.
De Niro.
Oh my goodness, yes.
I will miss him. What a guy. What a guy.
Yeah, because we still got the Scar comparison. Like, that was a big moment in the original. So, like, they still kept that. So, I'm curious to see how they wrap this up. And, if it continues that prequel vibe.
And this feels like the start of Meryl's arc. So
it does. It does feel like we're starting with her. Yeah.
Who even knows?
Looking over a chat. So, Wolfwood, I think, was wrapping up his contract at the end, because he delivered Vash. That's it. Like, he can walk away.
He was on contract. He finished it. That was his, hey, you're done. You can leave now.
Yeah. And then, Meryl gets the Derringer. She gets the gun.
Good old 2-shot Derringer.
Yes. I think that wraps it up for Trigun.
I think it does. Yeah.
Grab your tissues as we move over to My Hero. I think I like cried almost this entire episode at different moments because my goodness, because this show, it is a show. There's no way you can just jump in because this is you are crying or you're feeling emotional because of all the build up to where we are now. And it's like this
was a stealth clip show. This was a stealth clip show, but it was perfect.
Yeah.
And this is also something that I did have spoilers for going into. Because when the apology happened in the manga, everyone lost their minds.
Yeah, that's fair.
Can you blame anybody?
Right? I was like, what?
And there was another wave on my social media of, oh my God, you guys, the apology, it's this week, it's animated. Like, that's like, yes, give me this. Give me an actual heartfult, I acknowledge what I did wrong apology from Bakugo of all people.
Right?
Amazing.
You're like,
amazing.
Yes. Charles says, My Hero Academia is the definition of a high investment, high reward show. Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. And then Gigadare says a successful Deku rescue. Oh, how they just kept doing it. And then just seeing all the other students, like the different ways they've improved too, and the different skills. You're like, I'm so proud of all of you.
And just all of them going in with strategy after strategy after strategy, having like 5 or 6 different ways to do
a bunch of backup plans. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Because they know.
And Endeavor, and like, keep everyone away. No Hawks, like, stay away. They need to finish this. Like,
let them have their moment. Endeavor just feeding them information, like, and these are the quirks he has, and this is what he's doing. So, like, I need y'all to bring him home.
Yes. Charles says Bakugo is peak character development. Yes.
Yes.
Like the fact that he starts off where we're all like, fuck that guy, he's an asshole. But by now we're like, oh, he's the bestest ever.
And again, you don't have to like him. You don't have to forgive him. But he has put the work in, and the narrative has put the work in to show that, like, yes, he has changed. This is new and different.
Yeah.
It's not like when a story goes, oh, they're better now. Nothing's changed, but now you're supposed to like them. Yeah. Like, no, the work has been put in.
Yes.
That was an actual apology, not just an I'm sorry you got hurt. Like,
and the fact that he's being this big of a person after he had a similar rescue thing that he would have died of embarrassment and like been upset that they rescued him. And then Deku has helped them all more than he knows. Yes. But this is also a good example of like somebody makes a difference or does something important for you. You should tell them of like it matters, and they should know. I mean, you don't have to do such a grandiose gesture, but letting people know you care about them and that they're important to you is always a good thing. So
just that you inspire me, and I appreciate that halfway through this, like he lost the hood.
Oh yeah,
and we started seeing more of the like. No, the hood is part of what made him look like such a monster. And it's like, no, that is an extremely exhausted child in there.
Oh my gosh. Oh, he just passes out and we're like, oh, I like the friend, like, let's go take a bath. I'm like, yes, Kaminari, he does need a bath.
Drag that child to baths.
Yes.
Yes. God, in that order.
Yeah. So it was, I think I had seen a friend post about like, whoo, like it had to go that hard. I'm like, it did. And I loved every moment of it. And I was so happy to see everybody calling out. And I'm excited for the preview on next time.
We're still not done.
No, we're not done. But it's our girl, Raraka, because it's like when she held his hand, I was like, you need to let him know how you feel. And then her look probably be saying
not the time. Not the time right then. Not the time.
No, but I meant like she does in general, but they know they like each other, but holding his hand was important. Yes.
But
and then
the refugees not wanting him to come back to UA. And just it's one of those things where it's like narratively they're wrong. Narratively, these people aren't correct. But you can also empathize with people who are scared out of their minds because in the span of 2 days, society imploded.
Yes.
The bottom half of the Maslow's hierarchy of needs just got right out from under there. And for those going, what are you talking about? It's that pyramid where safety and security is at the bottom and you build everything else on top of that. When you upend the bottom of that pyramid, nothing else works. So it's all of these extremely frightened people who think that, hey, if this kid is a target of the person who has been screwing all of this up, maybe don't bring him here. We don't want to be collateral damage. So on the one hand, it's like, you should maybe let the child have a safe place to stay. Oh my God. But on the other hand, they might be wrong, but you can see where they're coming from. You can understand why they would be that scared.
We should give a shout out to that UA makeover of,
oh my God,
we got even more stuff that's cool. What? There's more?
Yep.
So well, I'm curious to see what else has been improved at this school,
yeah.
because that looks awesome. I feel that one also kind of covers it. Is there anything else, any other moment that stood out to you?
I mean, honestly, all of them. It just continues to be, and then this classmate, and then this classmate, and then brief flashback, and then this classmate, and pointing out
how much they've changed too. Like we don't really notice as you're watching, but looking back, I'm like, oh, they've grown so much. I know you're just a 2D animation, but still. Yeah.
Well, like when they rescued Bakugo, it's okay. If Deku tries to reach out for him, he won't take it. His friend needs to be there. And same thing here, Bakugo going, I can't be the one. It needs to be. And it's Ida who is now on the flip side of things. It's like, oh, them season 2 parallels. Oh, them season 2 parallels. All right.
Yes, there we go. That Ida referencing what Deku told him. Oh, here we go. School security plus Ultra.
Also, like what Deku told him way back then. Oh, did you mean like 4 months ago? This has been a literal year, you guys. They haven't hit finals yet. We had midterms. We haven't had finals.
Yep.
Y'all.
Yep. All the parallels, all the feels.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Well, keep your tissues handy because I feel the next episode's going to have more of like, I'm so proud of all of you. And like, I just sat there like smiling and crying at the same time. I think
the rest of this season is just going to emotionally devastate us. Yes. As though we weren't already.
I know, right? It just keeps going though, but yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they're, we'll see how much more. Gigadera said, so there's still 1A and not 2A.
Yup.
It just feels longer because it's been a long show.
Yeah, it's been a long show. We're in season, what is this, 6?
Yes.
Season a lot. And so much has happened.
Agreed. Alrighty. Well, we will be excited to see what's next. But in the meantime, some stuff you should check out. Last of Us just had their season finale, which was really good. I'd say it's a sprinkle of like, so when do we get my season 2? But it's really good. Yep. But but Mandalorian's still really awesome as well. So if you want more of your Pedro Pascal daddy fun, go watch that one. I saw a really good meme that was like, if you're watching Mandalorian and The Last of Us, she's not your girl. She's Pedro Pascal's girl.
Yeah. And also for those going for the Easter eggs in Last of Us, not only did we have extended Ashley Johnson scenes, we also had Laura Bailey showing up. So, yep.
I was trying to think of anything. I think that's the main things that, quick. Now that I finally finished it, because it's been out for a little bit, but National Treasure TV show is a fun one if you want an adventure show. Now that I've watched the whole thing. If you just want something fun and adventure and treasure hunting and you like National Treasure, but it's a slightly younger demographic as the main characters, you should check it out. It's over on Disney Plus. And then go check out the interviews here on Favorite Station during Comic-Con where we talk to the cast and producers for National Treasure. Yes. What about you, Katie?
Oh my God. I went to go see Scream 6 last week.
Yes, you did.
Scream 6 is amazing. You guys, if you are a fan of the Scream franchise, you will be a fan of this movie. And the previous installments in the Scream franchise are all requisite viewing for this movie. It very much leans heavy on its lore. It's extremely well executed, extremely well acted. There are 2 moments in there where I went, this is the best moment of the movie. And then the second one happened and I went, this is also the best moment of the movie. If you've seen it, slide into my DMs, but I'm not going to talk spoilers while we are on air because that's rude. But yes, I'm probably going to go and see it again tomorrow. Scream 6, highly recommended. Incredibly good.
Nice.
For those of you watching Critical Role, if you're in this campaign but a little behind, catch up because we are in full on, it's happening, you guys, it's happening mode. And my God, is it ever happening? So highly recommend catching up on Critical Role. If you've never done Critical Role, there's 2 seasons of Legends of Vox Machina on Amazon Prime. It's a slightly different vibe, but it's a very good time.
Yeah.
And as always, I'm going to sit here and tell you guys, if you haven't seen Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, please watch it. It was made by Nickelodeon. So the first season's on Netflix. Both seasons are on Paramount Plus, and the movie that follows season 2 is only on Netflix, but my God, it has Netflix animation budget and it goes extremely hard. So a lot of good humor, a lot of good, it's one of those shows where there's a lot of like funny stuff and it's great and it's fun on the surface. And then if you kind of step back a little bit and put a few things together, there's world building, there's character development, there's everything. Even in those episodes where it's like, I just spent the last 12 minutes laughing my ass off because these 4 teenagers are trying to return a DVD to a kiosk and it's not working. Like, that is my favorite episode, the DVD kiosk episode. I could not tell you why. But yeah, highly recommended. Please watch it. Join me in Turtle Hell. It's a lot of fun. And
did you see the trailer or photos?
Mutant Mayhem is dropped. Yeah.
It looks cool. I was like, ooh, that looks fun.
So small. They're actually all voiced by teens. So it's like,
oh
no, these are children. So yeah, Mutant Mayhem looks like it's going to be like, it's going to be
looks fun. Yeah.
Different continuity.
Oh yeah.
But we've all kind of leaned in and gone,
yeah.
Look at the babies. So that should be a blast.
All right.
Yeah. So watch Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We love it. I'm in Turtle Hell right now. I have no regrets. Yeah.
Nice. Well, besides checking those things out, where can they find you online, Katie?
You can follow me all over the social medias as well as on YouTube and Twitch at Kiaxet. That is Kiaxet. I do reaction videos and all sorts of fun stuff on that channel. If you are into RWBY, following RWBY, we are doing our RWBY reactions for this season on that channel. It has been absolutely bonkers in the best way. This season has pulled out all of the stops and is having a whole lot of fun. So highly recommended. And if you've never seen RWBY before, it's all on Crunchyroll, including the currently airing season, which is only airing on Crunchyroll. So get your RWBY via Crunchyroll. I am also on Silver Screams, which is a horror channel my roommate and I do, talking about Scream 6. We are planning on recording our video on Scream 6 tomorrow. So that will hopefully be up sometime this week. If you've seen it and you want to see opinions on it, amazing. If you haven't seen it and you want to know, the first 15 or 20 minutes will probably be spoiler free and then we'll just lose our entire minds. So you will be able to watch bits of it before seeing the movie. So that is Silver Screams on YouTube. Check that out. Really fun time.
All right. And y'all can find me online at Carrie D Lane. That's KARIDLANE across all the social media platforms. And I mentioned quite a few different things that you can check out here on the Fanversation channel, which make sure you give the video a thumbs up and click the subscribe button. Don't also follow NTATNB. There we go. Follow that on Twitter.
We need to put that on a lower third, I think.
We should put it on the thing. Yes. We'll do that for next time.
Yes.
But follow there because then we'll be posting pictures of different things we've talked about in case like we have a press release and we're like, hey, there's this really pretty image. That's where you'll be seeing that.
Yes.
I think those are the big things I've already mentioned on here, but stay tuned. Just if you're following me on one of those platforms, you'll be up to date. So thank you everybody for joining us. We're always happy to have you live if you're in live chat, which is awesome. But if you're watching later, no worries. We love you too. Comment down below on the different stuff we've talked about. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We like hearing from you guys. It's fun.
Yes. And reach out to us on the social webs. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Well, cool. Everybody take care and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.